Okay, we'll just look at those two. Those are good enough. Hey, we won. Is n equals 100 a good sample size for a study? Yeah, that's great. I mean, depends on what you're doing. If you're doing survey research, you might need a lot more. If you're doing, it just depends. I mean, like the most extreme is the intracranial studies where they have patients in the neurosurgical ICU. So sometimes they only have like one or two or three subjects, or participants, as they like to say now with the politically correct terminology. So it depends. EEG is typically like 20 plus. fMRI is 20 plus, although they're starting to argue that we should be doing way more. You can't look my study up, but my study, I actually did over 40 subjects on my fMRI study. But, or no, I think I did 50, over 50. But yeah, so for like intervention research, which I did a lot of too, you want probably at least 20 in every group. It just depends on what effect size. Let me, okay, this is a disaster. I was gonna, oh, maybe I could get that. Yes, the context matters. So basically, if so, what they try to do too is, or they at least they claim they do this, but I don't. A lot of times, I don't see people talking about doing this. Is they calculate they look at previous studies or similar things, and then they you can calculate effect size, or you can look at what the effect size in other studies are, and then you can calculate power from that, which is the statistical likelihood that you would see the effect if you had 10 participants, 30 participants, 100 participants, etc. But they do that more in clinical trials. In science land, I don't see them actually doing that very carefully or at all. They like talking about it, but I never saw anybody do it. So yeah, it just depends. If you're looking for something really subtle, so a lot of like clinical trials will have thousands of people or even more, sometimes even tens of thousands. But because you're just trying to figure out if something overall for the population is good or bad, even though so you might not see it in an individual person. If I sell one thing, I could go to the highest level. Let's do that. Oh, this is good. It's a win condition, as they like to say.